Why light? Light is important. We rely on light every day. During the daytime, we have the sun that lights everything equally. At night, we have to use artificial light to light our property for basic lighting. For those who want more creative, functional, and effective lighting, we have landscape lighting experts who can maximize your landscape investments and property value. Professional landscape lighting can create a dramatic environment, as well as provide safety, security, and comfort for you and your guests.
Besides residential property, landscape and architectural lighting is also very relevant and very important for commercial properties. Think about how many commercial establishments you drive by at night and don't even notice they're there. Proper lighting can create dramatic effect that actually can call attention to a location, a business location, and get it the attention that it deserves instead of being hidden in the shadows.
As a general rule, people follow light. So with a properly lit property, people will follow the light to your front door.
One of the primary and basic needs that landscape lighting fulfills is safety lighting. Everybody knows that there's that one step that's tricky, or the part of the walkway that's got the loose stone. Things like that can be taken care of and lit effectively with landscape lighting.
Most homes have one or two flood lamps that are bright and abrupt. We design our layouts to illuminate the facade. If the home structure warrants it, we will use a soft wash of light on the facade so that the home stands out from the landscape. We light in layers that, when looked at as a whole, create a beautiful look. With landscape lighting concepts, you can enjoy your property at night.
One of the other areas that's becoming more and more popular that needs attention of landscape lighting is a lot of these outdoor living areas, outdoor kitchens, patios, decks, pool areas. People recreate outside, and especially here in New England, there's not a lot of months that we can do this, so we want to maximize our enjoyment of those areas in our property.
With custom designed landscape lighting, we can light trees, deck fences, and railings so that you get light only where you need it. That is the difference between macro and micro lighting. Objective lighting shows off your property's diverse image, enhances landscape features, provides safe traversal around a pool, and shows off points of interest that will generate a wow factor for guests. Our goal is to make your property shine, not glare in your eyes. We light so that you can feel like you're on vacation in your own backyard.
Most people rely on big bright floodlights, and they consider that those are security lighting for them. One of the misnomers, however, is that bright floodlights, typically mounted at the eaves of the house, actually make the areas that are most prone more vulnerable because the light is shining out and away from the house.
With landscape lighting, the facade of a house can be softly illuminated, which enhances its architecture, but at the same time provides light to the most vulnerable areas, mainly windows and doors. We've all driven by a house that has floodlights or glow, and it's easy to assume no one is home.
As far as landscape lighting is concerned, anybody can pretty much do it. If people want to dabble in it themselves, that's fine. Educate yourself. There's a lot of resources online from which you can gather some information on what to use and where and how to use it.
However, if you want a system that will last and is made of durable materials, there are designs that will take into account seasonal changes and unobtrusive lighting fixtures. The lighting fixtures and wiring are well concealed, and our installation practices are minimally invasive. When you hire us, you get a beautiful product with no disruption to the landscape. After a design has been installed, we come back at night and make sure everything is aimed properly and that the wattages and beam spreads are correct to ensure the final product matches our vision of the design.
One of the aspects of landscape lighting that makes it so functional is that there are countless fixtures available, and each one is designed specifically to do a certain thing. In general illumination terms, we usually just macro light. We light big areas with big lights. What landscape lighting has done has taken that and made each aspect of what's being lit a specific task, and therefore for each task there's a specific fixture.
Landscape lighting began with line voltage lighting, which was expensive to run and required more hardware to install, such as junction boxes, etc. It was very limited in fixture styles. In the late 50s and early 60s, Bill Lachlan from Nightscaping pioneered low-voltage landscape lighting using a tractor lamp and a coffee can. This is where the industry started. With the advent of low-voltage lighting, systems were much safer outside and did not have the shock hazard that line voltage had, making them much safer around children and animals. As the market grew, more manufacturers set up shop online, offering a greater variety of products, not only in fixture styles, but also the materials used to make the products. It used to be just steel or aluminum, but now fixtures are made of brass, copper, and bronze in many different finishes, so that they match their location. This gives the designer more creativity when designing a setup for the customer. The newest trend in landscape lighting is LED lighting. An LED lighting diode is not a bulb, but essentially a circuit. This technological advance has given us a warm white LED, which is tantamount to an incandescent bulb. They're virtually equal, and you cannot tell the difference.
This fixture, as I said, is made of brass. This is only a 3-watt LED. This is 12 volts. So this 3-watt LED would replace a 20-watt halogen bulb.
LED lighting can be completely green efficient by installing a 100-watt photocell panel, storage batteries, and a charge controller, all of which can run off of 50 watts of power instead of 500 watts, and at no cost because it's being powered by sunlight. LEDs give the designer the flexibility to install lights in places lighting normally doesn't get installed. The bulbs don't need to be changed and generally last between 30,000 and 40,000 hours.
Way back in the late 80s, I was involved in a lawn sprinkler business. A client of his had purchased some nightscaping from a distributor, and the client asked us if we would put the lights in for him. Once the lights came on, it was kind of an amazing look. This beautiful backyard now came to life at night. Technically, I had no formal training in lighting or whatnot. Obviously, in the years that followed, I've had plenty of training. I have received a degree in entrepreneurial studies from Babson College, so I had that whole business background. I grew up in a family business, grew up in business my whole life, so it was kind of a natural segue to get into something. And at the time, landscape lighting was very in infant stages. Despite not having any formal education in lighting design, by virtue of doing this, you learn a lot. Additionally, a lot of the manufacturers held company-sponsored seminars and informational contractor trainings, things like that. So I've been all over the country attending things like that. Because the industry is growing and because there are so many different players now, it is important to stay sharp and current with what's out there and what's available. One of the ways that I personally stay in the loop, so to speak, is receiving a lot of the different trade magazines for the landscape, the architectural, and even the lighting industry. At least every couple of years I try to attend Light Fair. So that gets me back in touch with a lot of the manufacturers that I've known for over 20 years.
Throughout this video, you have seen many examples of landscape lighting. If you're ready to consider landscape lighting for your home or business, contact Landscape Lighting Concepts today at 401-785-3990 or by visiting us on the web at www.landscapelightingconcepts.com for a no-obligation consultation and explore the possibilities of giving your property a whole new look.